Hello. So today I have a little mint in my mouth and it tastes really good. Hold on. So today we're playing another random game. I have no idea what the name of it is because it's no longer in my continue thing on Roblox. Anyways, I honestly have no idea what I did in this game. Entirely forgot about it. But it is a baking game in a way. So basically you buy ingredients, you go to your kitchen, you cook whatever you can cook, and then you sell it. Okay, so remembering my experience of the likeness of the game, I really like it. It definitely reminds me of Grow a Garden a lot because it does have the same concept of it, except it's just baking. And there is special effects of the baking stuff, and it's pretty cool. As you can see, there's a whole board right behind the stovetops. Yeah, that's what those are called. They're called stovetops. And for some reason, the entire time I kept thinking because there's a minutes and a second thing, to see how long it's going to take, and I kept thinking it was going to take 2 minutes. So when I was looking back, I was like, 2 minutes? And then, like, later on, I realized, oh, it's just a few seconds. And, yeah, this game, like I said, it's enjoyable for me. Is it something, like, personally, like, if I'm bored or want to play a game on Roblox and, etc., etc. This is something I would definitely play on my own time, but not necessarily record videos with, because it's pretty much repeating the same process over and over and over again until you completely, finish the game. So, what will I say? I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's literally just about it. But I don't want to leave it at 3 minutes like how I did on the beginning of this thing. So yeah, let's talk. Let's chit chat. So basically, tomorrow's my birthday. So happy birthday to me. And to be honest, tomorrow my birthday, I will be busy. So yeah. As you guys want to know what I'm doing, which you don't want to know because you don't care. Obviously, you guys don't want to plan my birthday out with me. But tomorrow I'm going to be recording a Bloxburg video of baking a birthday cake and celebrating my birthday on Bloxburg for a little bit, and basically chit-chatting with you guys, going review, well, not review, but like, advice for when you're getting older, because a lot of you guys are still young. Well, some of you guys are in your 20s. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. I know I keep bringing that up, but it's crazy to me. Like, 20-year-olds watching me? Oh my god. I'm not hating, by the way. I'm not judging anyone either. But like, yeah. Basically, it's just gonna be a video with, advice. It would be more advice for females, since I'm a girl. And, little reminders to enjoy your teenage or childhood years. Because, as for me, I didn't really get all of that stuff. I had to grow up, basically, very quickly, and it sucked. But it was for a good cause. And I'm happy that it was for the good cause, but I'm not happy that I didn't get to be a teenager regularly because I literally have no friends. I am in a relationship, and that's the only person that I talk to out of the family circle, basically. Um, but anyways, the birthday video is gonna be coming out in the morning, and a whole bunch of other videos because I already record a lot, but I'm starting to get low on storage, so now I'm trying to edit them now, and once I'm done editing them, I'm going to record again and again and again and again until December 31st, which would be the last day. And yeah. And then shortly after that, the video, I am going to go clothes shopping, I believe so. I don't know for sure. I know that I'm going to a thrift store tomorrow to go get some clothes because for me, I am losing weight and I don't know how. I'm not really working out as much. I am, walking and, shenanigans and stuff like that. But it's not crazy amount like how I used to. And yeah, and it's very obvious that I'm losing weight because everyone around me is like, have you been trying to lose weight? And I'm like, no, I've just been sitting in bed all day. Or, oh, I just went walking with a family member and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very obvious in my face, especially my parental figure noticed that. And yeah, basically, some of my clothes, they're getting too small or they're getting too big. It's very weird because my upper body is losing weight, but my lower body is gaining weight, and I think it's because of the walking shenanigans. Yeah. And then obviously I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday with actual birthday cake. Well, it's gonna be an ice cream cake. Yeah. And the rest of the night, I don't know what else. One of my parental figures is probably going out with me. I don't know for sure. They have not answered me because my parents are separated. So basically, I trying to ask them hey, what time are you coming over? So then I can know when's the best time to grab the ice cream cake because we only have so much freezer space. Yeah. So I think tonight, to be honest, I am going to go through the freezer. I'm not throwing anything away. I don't like wasting food. I'm going to go through the freezer, see the best way to sort through, all this stuff, and whatever left over the cake, which I'm getting a small cake, but in case there is leftovers, it'll basically go in there. And then I don't know if one of my family members is wanting to go out with me to eat or anything like that. But it's usually what they do. I don't know for sure, but they are coming over for the cake. Of course they are. They always come over for food. But it's a cousin, which is why I'm saying that. It's not. It's a inside joke in a way, because a lot of my family are bigger people. So yeah. And then YouTube schedule wise, because I'll be 18 and I have to do a lot of stuff, like work on phone bills, like getting a provider. Well, first of all, I'm getting a job, and then I'm going to start switching to my own plan, and hopefully it's not expensive. And if it is, I pray to God it does not take up my whole paycheck for when I get the job. And I should be, and you're wondering like, oh, how much are you getting a month then? Estimate is about $300 to $500 a month. So my little wanting to move out plan is not going to necessarily work as much. Unless I save up for the whole year, don't spend that money unless it's $20 a month. No more than $50. But obviously, phone plan, and then I have to go through, medical insurance, and then see if I still have to pay for my medication, because as you guys know, I'm epileptic, aka I have seizures. And when technically I was still a minor, which I am. I have one more day until I'm 18, which is the last day. I was getting free medication, and yes, it was from a pharmacy, but mainly because I was getting for free, because being epileptic means you basically fall under the disability category. If you don't know what disability means, it means usually someone with physical or mental, someone experiencing physical or mental issues with their body or mental state. And yeah. And I also am going to be looking into disability because something has been going on with my seizures where I believe they finally hit the worst point. And I'm no longer experiencing, the little minor headaches. I am blacking out and collapsing. So with that symptom is why I need to, as soon as possible, get onto medical insurance and find a completely new doctor, because Dr. Veronica did not care about me as much. She was the one who did not want me to explore my seizures and wanted me to stay off medication. And the neurologist I seen, she is the one who was determined to find out what I had. And as soon as I had described to her about what I was experiencing, she was like, oh, I know exactly what you have. And told me what it was, the symptoms, what can happen if they get worse, and immediately got me onto medication same day, told to go pick it up from the pharmacy same day. And yeah, but because I am blacking out and collapsing, that basically limits me to other jobs, which is why it is very important that I see if I'm eligible for disability to then get disability checks, and to hopefully, and basically what a disability check is, what they would average it as basically they take the average hourly pay, put that in for a whole day, and get a check. I should be getting a check every week or month. And I think there's also added up stuff like housing, medications, and any physical stuff. Like if you couldn't walk and you were in the process of going, basically like learning how to walk again, sometimes they do that, but it also depends what kind of state you're in. So that's something I will be asking if I am eligible for it. And yeah, so that was honestly a really big thing to get off my chest, because I've only told one other person, because my family members, they are very concerned about my seizures, and I don't like it when people make a big deal out of it, but this is the time where it needs to be a big deal, because I'm now collapsing, waking up, not knowing, basically blacking out, collapsing. And the only reason why I found that I collapsed was because I don't remember if I had gotten up off the floor or if I was standing. But when I had looked around, I noticed one of my boxes by my sliding door closet, it had fallen over. It's a pretty heavy box. So I think what happened was I collapsed and it fell over when I did, because I bumped into it. And I just remember waking up not knowing what happened and thinking I had another, because sometimes I don't drink a lot of water, which is why I started to mention it a little bit more in videos, like, reminder, go drink some water and drink a lot of water. Basically, I was getting dehydrated to the point where I was passing out on the toilet whenever I go use the restroom, or I was laying in bed and would pass out, realizing, oh my god, I have this huge headache, I'm dehydrated. But now I'm kind of curious if those weren't dehydration, like, because I was dehydrated, and what if it was more of the blacking out like earlier, because I started experiencing this a little bit in November and was crying and complaining about it. Well, basically it was happening more often, and yeah, so that's basically I was curious if I was dehydrated, but then I realized when I woken up, usually when I'm dehydrated, my lips are fully chapped, my eyes are sore, I have this huge headache, and my body is a little bit sore. But when I think I woken up this time, I was not having the effects of dehydration. I was having the effects of just the headache and soreness. So I really truly think I did collapse. And when I had finally told this family member about it, they were like, you need to immediately get checked out and see if your seizures have gotten worse, because the type of seizures I have, they progress into full epilepsy. Basically, I was having absence seizures, and what I got diagnosed was absence epilepsy, growing absence epilepsy, meaning the absence seizures would grow over time into epilepsy without being medicated. So basically stress is also a very big thing, and that's what I have been stressed a lot. I would say the last time I had a seizure was almost a week ago. I am okay though. I'm very okay. And and the headache I had, I think I'm possibly getting concussions now as well, which is why I'm being told, like, get it checked out as soon as possible, which is what I plan on doing as soon as I get my first paycheck, that's when I'm going to be able to fully progress. Well, not fully progress, but start to progress into adulthood and paying bills. And hopefully I'm not paying taxes, because if you start making, I think it's like 50,000 a year, that's when they start to notice and you have to start paying taxes. But I don't think I'll be making 50,000 a year. I really don't think so. Also, with the disability thing, there's potentially where I'll be able to get free housing for a limited amount of time, or just free housing completely. So if that does ever come about, I will be so grateful and so happy, because that's one thing I will not be stressing about. And it could be an apartment, it could be a tiny little house, it can be a little, basically like a bungalow home is what I mean by like tiny little house. Or it could be apartment complexes and townhomes. It could, I don't know officially, I'd have to look more deeply into that, but it is about to be time for me to end the video. So I wanted to tell you guys thank you for listening, and if you're concerned about my health, I am okay, I'm fine. It's not, it's a big deal, but it's not too big of a deal, basically. With being concerned wise, because obviously with the disability thing, it'll bring a lot of stress and worriness off my chest, and I can, do what I need to do for school, because as you guys know, I'm going to university. And I love you guys. Stay safe. Do drink water so you do not have to experience what I was experiencing. No, you cannot get seizures from dehydration. You can get a concussion if you fall from it, like you pass out, but that's about it. But anyways, so again, thank you for watching. I love you guys. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon. Like I said, drink water. You gotta drink at least 20 gallons of water a day. But it also depends on your age. If you're a teenager, if you're a little bit low, I think it's only 10. Not 10, it's like 15 to, honestly, it's like 15 to 10 gallons. But I love you guys. And thank you for watching. Bye.